Hello and welcome to Tvaritam.AI. In this video, we are going to discuss about date time conversion. Now, date time conversion is important with your dataset because a machine learning model can only work with numbers. So it cannot directly process a date or a date time format. We need to extract meaningful information like the year, the month, the day, the hour, whatever is important from the given feature and then give the detail to our machine learning model. So as you can see in the example, instead of giving this date format, we can extract the year as 2024, extract the month, extract the day, extract the hour, and so on. These features can help us to make a prediction model instead of the direct date time format. There are two different type of date time options that we deal with. One is absolute date time features. So when you want to extract the specific components like year from the date, month from the date, that is your absolute date time feature. Relative date time feature is when we calculate the time difference from a reference point like days since purchase, hours until event. So if you have birth date, you can use today's date and then the relative time difference or the relative year difference can give you the age of the person. Similarly, if you have the first sign up date of a person when they logged in for the very first time and you want to calculate how old a customer is, you can use this. You can use today's date and calculate the days and get the feature as a separate column. Instead of having the sign up date, you can calculate the days since login or days since the customer is part of your business. So this is how relative date time feature works. Now coming towards the implementation, what you see on your screen is date time conversion. So in your feature categorization, we have different features that are date time. And in the convert date time, only date time features would be displayed. You get three options. Either you could drop the feature. This is useful if you know that this particular date time feature provides no meaningful insight to the model about the target and can be dropped. So in this case, you can simply drop the feature if it is random and it does not provide you with any meaningful information. Second is modify data type. Now in this case, I have three columns displayed: sign up date, last transaction date, and year's customer. Now sign up date is a date time column or a date, not a date time, but a date column. Right? So transaction date is there. Sign up date is there. Right. But the year's customer is not a date column. It is already in integer. So what I can do, I can just modify the data type. I'll click on apply, it redirects me to the feature categorization tab and I can change my year's customer again to int and click on update feature description. Now I go back to convert date time again and now year's customer is not there. Now sign up date and last transaction date. So with sign up date, I can convert to integer and with last transaction date, I can also convert to integer. In this case, you have to also ensure that the date time format is matched. So here last transaction date, this is the date time format, year, month, day. So you have to follow the same year, month, day. Then this time we'll go with absolute. I just want to get the last transaction, let us say year, right? And drop original feature. If you want to extract more, let us say you want to get the year, then you want to get the month, then you also want to get the day. Then you can not drop the feature. But if you only want to get the year and after extracting year from the date, this date column is of no use, then you can click on yes and after extracting the year, this column would be automatically dropped. So I'll click on apply and this will drop the last transaction date, but I will get the last transaction year. So that column is dropped, but in the end, you can see there is a last transaction year that I have, that is 2024. Now going back again to sign up date, this time we want to understand how old the customer is. So I go with ISO date again. We have to match the date format. If you do not match the date format, then it will not convert. It will give you the exact same date. So if there is a mismatch in the date, let us say there is a mix of ISO date and also US date. So you can perform the operation twice. It will convert all of them. If there is a wrong date format, it keeps it as it is. It does not change the value. So you can first convert Indian, then US, and it will convert the entire column into the particular year or whatever unit conversion you are doing. Now going back to time unit, again I want to get the number of month the customer is old, how many months the customer has been part. This time it would be relative And for relative, you have to give, as mentioned in the info section, that this is the date time format you have to give. So I'll give 2026 0226, and for hours, minutes and seconds I will just give 000. We will not drop the original feature this time, and I'll click on apply. Oh, we don't want to drop, so we'll keep it no. Right, I'll click on apply, and this time what you see, that sign up date is still there. I did not drop the feature, but you can see I have sign up date transfer month, right? So it's a negative value, but you see how many months has been there. It subtracts the current date that I have given from the sign up date. This was about date time conversion, and all these steps that you perform are automatically saved in the pre-processing pipeline, and they are automatically applied once you use the prediction. Thank you.